is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I Boadu TV, so if so first time I know I subscribe, you like a video no. Na yenye comment entum. Captain Smart raise concern be about rent issues at Ghana. Ghana mebunu do na ntimi rent dan. Ni nyina ne say enye abai na esi dan de man landlord no. Ena enye abai na man landlord bosia se on fence dan. Enti landlord ni si ni dan na. Edan ya yesi ne fie kodwo hoho or renovate e na watum aye ne standard. Ama chese wo hwe dan a ye de 1000 ye de 1005 e wo Ghana ha obi sa won say ade na Ghana 14 more dinsa abranti afi no wesi so ababa wa afi no wesi so be de nya ses kana de akwakọ rent abai ne nhihye ne e ma Ghana fo no so ne sen affordable housing ye si ana ye de ama ye girls ne body de witimi to be now captain ne JB afaya de afasa de no ho chese ebesi nne ye ni bibia Ghana meburu beka so abaya ye ena o de rent and kitu be dan bi debi affordable house sagleme atum akangurem na wa fire the afasa na ma no
school ben pa na ko den na usuaye na o certificate the pa problem ben which we dey solve okurum ha captain kunipo no in reality one why kosuya adwuma so won fa so chen yeah anhwa ye beka se ko school
all right yeah sure
when we kosuya ansa no dwuma no wonti aya na o man na ye tim no bi kosuya adwuma se ye bu na bem se adenti one wa bon na ko school te se de na poka se training college no one wa feel one wa bon na ko training college but there hu ni se obi wie training college o wie nursing training college a problem ho ko solve solve problem agbosuno true okuta leadership and governance master's degree certificate and all the show is to say here anka ansana u project work kura beto abontin say tem na company bi institution bi dimirika leadership and governance no the that ya de koye ade but into school na yen ye ko krum ha no
that's on bien
yede is it just for the certificate
I think so
and now say we are certified somebody here who betimi solve a problem hotels e wo krum ha Lebanese for ne China for ne nkrofo bi na manage companies e wo krum ha ya ton when we call investors omo ye engineering civil engineering ni den whatever companies are kase contract kase ye di fiaman foforo so na eba ye problem no pa den and the school na yakodi nyina no yentimi fan solve problem bia Zoom Lion okobo mpaye ewo Pentecost prayer camp bi o ha baby o say oda and also da say e dan fefefe si wo ba dan ye sesa ball agum also on say na dan fefefe si ye den ye de ball agum na ni ba ne ho so no na NYEP youth employment buy no catch us if is active phone we see here yi e ba wie no model back one Jake for the car ho e say emprapra e na ma Zoom Lion be Zoom Lion wan ko school en ko swasa de sesa bola ba ye won crofo mo ko school a wo mo ye environmental science wo mo ye den obi anim bola sesa enti ye school no ye ko the same problem no e den yankasa. How can we solve this problem? We're on a topic. I'm just whetting your appetite. Now, we'll have a discussion on that. But then rent na. Say, I bet say, we find the pattern be age na wa. Emu 5 and in castle. We find the pattern be a wukrum hajina wa. Won mu see dan no obi o han dan be ofa nipa makoma ko 10 gina wa emu 5 one day castle won nya sika ntua o mu fewura be 2 won ɛna mmienu so wɔn dan castle a wɔwɔ sika if you run the original ontimi ntua nso so ehisɛm so ka ho nti ɔpɛ baabi foforɔ akɔtena ɛna baako wɔ hɔ de a ɔno ɔwɔ sika na the few run no edge bia no obetimi atua because company ne han ma no ɛna yɛwɔ mmienu na aka na deɛ wɔn a wɔn bɔtɔm obetimi ahan wɔn dan it is often nipa 10 na 50% wontimi ntua wɔn dan ka ne few betimi atu wɔn a are we safe in this country?
Ahayache.
What hayache? To us, experience is the best teacher.
Captain. We have a call there.
We have a call.
Now, that I know what is the real issue here. Then deficit of chroma. It also. So if people cannot actually build now, no, the best thing to do is to rent. And but see, I don't know if you have gone through the rent rules and regulations. Would you be dying rent more than 6 months? You are against the law. Yes, sir. You see, they are about 1 year old. 2 years for you. Still, you are against the law. What do I say? But who a dime for rent? What me trim sir 2 years now for rent no. Have you found out the reason why? It's the cost. The captain said, "What $2,500 for 3-bedroom apartment?" Now what got to us? I say, "What me who be pana car or demono? A chendana ye ton okwan." But still, the person want to drive in a very good car. Aren't he? I did back what my home, my brother say. No, you ask a question: rent or own? So it's a long time I rent. That's my response to you. It's a long time I rent.
That's all too well here.
So at the end of the day, if you want to really put up BB or one with my I competition. What can I say? Obi drive big car, so I also have to drive. No. Meanwhile, that car no cost no. What does I say? I see some small room we have to so. We are not competing with anybody. You should be competing with yourself. What can I say? So, but the cost of renting, that's the issue. The cost of renting. Now say, maybe I'm eating. You say I toy a Friday, you know. Me yesterday on Friday, but the surrounding. What did I say? But Omonia bear the name to reside in that estate, which is not true. We are building at a place we are not supposed to build. Can't you say I will follow the work I know so? If I didn't take what you do,
yeah, but
yeah, the environment is very, very conducive. Yeah, quite no. And to see as I say, the cost is very high. But no matter what, no, you have to go into it because you cannot predict the future. Captain, I have spoken to a lot of people concerning rent issues. So, difficulties are with the various landlords and landladies are. You'll be shocked. There are houses. Occupants meter. Do you get it? Landlord need to meet G light bills, water bills. No what so. You be disconnect you and not see you be disconnect you. He will not even tell you what you have paid previously. And all things are your favor. Your favor be no more. And your favor be no more. You were talking about leadership. A crony yet to say, Yaja Kunwama, the Obia Pesoye. Those guys who are working at rent controls, who come office at, you know this Ghana Highways Home Office. And Ghana Highways, our ministry, so anymore. Rent control no head officer. Koneko nipa more kill to either being a complainant or an accused person. What did I say? If what's your problem? Like these officers, no, want to be called down to the ground on regular basis. This kind of issues will not be there. I don't know if say people come to them to complain, say where I say no. I don't get it. There are real issues about rent in terms of accommodation on Accra. I don't know about other regions, but I know of Accra because this is where I reside. What I say, it's so challenging, and I pray say, Abano, various road construction because I will be the entire city. Captain, what's the pram? Now, a Chesobey BB or Accra ministries. I don't get it. In this modern world, in this modern world, why not open up? You have to open up. Most of the institution must actually, you see, I'm linking all these things to accommodation issue because accommodation and a Juman and Nam. Accommodation and Juman and Nam. Who can't miss this? I think this is called Abuso kind. Just imagine where you are residing. So if we can actually decentralize, it will not be an issue again. It will not. Why do I have to go and reside at East Legon? Why do I have to go and reside at airport residential area? Why do I have to reside at cantonment? So if at the end of the day, the basic facilities, this environment, say check up with enemy can see the Ghana water. Captain, so what is the apostle? Okay? These big residential areas.
They don't pay. There's a hotel and apartment at Vivian or cantonment. If not, I don't think if you allow me to mention that name. It's all over. Ajwa Wangara apartment. For the past 12 years, not a drop of penny to Ghana Water Company. And these are luxurious apartments. Oh, me or dying. Look, we got a guy at Agbogba. Medina Agbogba. Our Hachoho. And then CBC. Now, then we check company to two. Into we are company more. Check some no mutons you. What do I say? Then the other portion divided no. On the Obian Coffee Hall. Not knowing the entire front view of that particular mansion, a substation of Ghana Water Company, privately owned. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this because if at the end of the day, water goes everywhere, the road is good, power goes everywhere. I mean, everybody will be so comfortable in terms of affording something to put up. If the government is doing its best, and the people are actually conniving, I'm talking about the workers, conniving to actually say almost about that year. Because I asked a simple question. I was somewhere around airport relations, they just carry out a survey. In show flow, 24 hours. Then where the water is coming from to their booster station, it's not the fault of Ghana Water. It is the fault of the illegal connectivities. Your employer say yes, but we are conniving with citizenry to steal water. What do I say? So, how can an investor go? They be a more advert. Say, Saturdays, Fridays, say, companies be a motors. I say they are going for inspection and those sort of things. It is very good because if those companies actually put out such estates at a cheaper and affordable rate, maybe the so-called horror. At the end of the week, captain who occupy a dime or side property, you are paying my water bill. I'm also making profit. Light goes on. Insanity. But if we don't get things right, we will always get it wrong. And you don't blame anybody. What I say? See, captain, a dime some day, landlord about you say, landlord about you said they actually dictate to you the tenant after paying your rent. Yes say. They even sit on the compound. I'm sorry, reside on the compound. If you want some instance, I mean, it's real. It's real. Some maybe approach you that me buy more of your school, but my boy school fees. Can you imagine after paying rent? So let those in charge actually work. Why? Well, okay.
Chairman, Rent issue is something that is a very big challenge, but it's solvable. And I'm happy, sir, Fitty last week, who outlined some of these policies just to curb this whole issue. And today, I made the past Saturday we are by you see, there were a lot of options adopted. You share the best practices elsewhere in other countries. You have boom, you have solve your deal. Say you Accra, I choked. The rural-urban migration influence the high cost of rent in cities, whether you like it or not. And there's a damn board in chance and you'll be forced to pay much more. Because we feel so better. I had a Ghana in our, I had a new money in our, I had a sky in our. To have it now, no Eastern, probably Eastern region or Suyane de Atohono, baby. The banners are not demand no cost, and whereas the demand no cost, so the cost of the product will go high, and the house also cannot contain everybody. In the end, yempe kwa ebe fast a bit me kakrana. Let's the survival of the fittest. Who will scar and not to me renting more. Yakasa dan ni hanoma Captain Omubwa a demi brewer. But the choir ye fast so any the price and amount no and affordability. A issue. Unim these North African countries. Unim adio moye. Omo ma wo individual to say work up to so when you scar kotasas. O koton way. This North Africa, Okotas as way. You don't be called outskirts of the town, the city. Because abandon make every why a dine available. But since a dine hoodwall, I'm making sure say a dine before class or bet me acquire a one bedroom house or one bedroom flat. No, you was share or money. I catch you say okay. What's that here, Juma? A Juma now, no bet you say, a band bet you can say, and as a company now, no more Juma, they are going to pay you X amount of money. Before say bet you X amount of money, no. Near who said this is your income. A question near no income, they are not going to touch your income directly, but they're not near the bet you rent the amount. They will probably North African countries, sir. Captain Onya Juma, Enyas canto car, and worry ya. Enyas, the castle of the Berretti 2-bedroom flat, yeah, my worry. There are some places here in North African. Yeah, come worry, because they feel say it is going to be a dangerous burden onto you, the man. Abra uni baby, I will do tibeto. Uni ejuma abeye. Sebi unyanya some kind of luxury kakrebi. Now so kakofobi eba de abeto honso. Eba de sana is going to be a dangerous burden. Yeah, come worry. And your burden can repeat it. A dangerous burden. Yes, it's going to be a dangerous burden to you. Eti before sebe ma okwan se koko worry no. You make sure say a Juma now is sustainable. And the income kakra de ba. Apart from income na de ba no so. We bet me call asan de aba to make sure that family, that nuclear family no. And sana you make sure class obeje be a 2-bedroom house. And no can abandon slashing into 2. 50% come abandon, 50% you wanna walk or rent down. Because when we say what drew a certain level be at least auto ye. When you do a career, or a Juma now, the income, the burden, as if 90, and it's a sanity there, and the Bema crime what me renting this kind of apartment. And sorry, I'm more crime what me as a so worry. It's never be said you dare not just go into
repeat it, won't be.
Say, I will before class say this North African country, before say Bema crime, so be worry no. You make sure say, "Wo now we be man no." Who say North African countries say man should that year juma be brisa. Yes, because some of you say a man no bed no. Say am mom so omunye juma. It's a man bed ni gu man so. It's before say be man kwai say kokofo obi how e be to ho so no. E say one. We make sure say when you 2-bedroom apartment flats.
Wo baby a wote.
Wo baby a wote.
Wasumjo.
The baby a wote no so aban na be boa mu enya because aban na sisi e dey sisi wo bebre. It's no betumi afford no. And the abandon be chemu 50%, or chemu mienu. Now what for half? Now abandon so to half. Now unya sika na kwa kotoka abandon so achemu mienu e the amount. Ono so for half, also for half. no making sure say adwuma na wo ye no sustainable. Say adwuma na wo ye no sustainable na say a long term adwuma betumi aboa na aboa wo ya. Ansa ya ma kwan say na kokko ware. Eti demand na wo e friend say e dan so no. Enya wo na fe na kokko wie no akwa dan say me nam techi ana me nam numgua na ya free agent bi na agent no what do wa merry go round the south we no adu sika no asa akwa kire nkuko buo bi ni na se for. No, it doesn't work like that over there. Because there's a laid down procedure and a laid down planner. Yet there are two more abandoned involved. If you don't struggle to go and look for a dime, oko mo site so a ewo ho no mo maybe a oti crow we so crow na oti so no obubo na. These are the available housing facilities ewo ho no mo. 2-bedroom flat or 3-bedroom flat or ho no mo. It's in one kasa wa ho de betumi pay adwuma na wo ye no. Then you go for those ones.
As far as can type you.
Yes, and no crown po no. And no crown pony making sure say where dreamer na wo ye no eye sustainable a betimi aboa na o family no enye burden o family size so ye hwe e bia me kokai wa wo be mienu na so kwakwaje 4-bedroom flat o de ye dey. They will not allow you to go for those ones because they feel say if you more than 5 or 6 family they can accommodate them within that 4-bedroom flat. But who now was afraid wa wo ba ku mienu so kwakwaje 4-bedroom o de kwaye dey ye mo akwa ma wo nya sa de no. So as say o family na ekọ n'animu a na we increase baby a old dino like who upgrade no. And they look at all these things.
So number 1, North Africa no.
Yes.
Yes. You said you need 2-bedroom apartments.
Yes, 2-bedroom apartments.
Abayna na aboa woma wetimi agie.
Abayna sisi dan sisi yes. Yes, sure.
As yetimi hu say waso aware.
Yes.
Cause ya ma wonkofa obi ba na won tete.
That is a dangerous burden to them. Because omo hodo mo man na nya adwuma ye man ne kwan mo nya adwuma bia rough saa. It is okwa oba na ba na oba be kan wo ho a. Ye make sure say adwuma na wo ye no betumi anya bi de ahwe wo ho. Ahwe oba no na ya sanso ahwe say owo ena ene ochina sika na wunya no betumi anya bi de ahwe oba oyire no ene wo ma ene sa abusua no ene no kra no baby to say Tunisia for instance who say omo shedam pejuma Tunisia shedam pejuma omo pejuma because omo abani tu omo ka no omo ye asa dada mafo no tremu there royals for the
Libya used to be so.
Yes, but when you go to Tunisia, there are a lot of housing facilities that are easily affordable and accessible. The same as Libya, the same as even Sudan. Those facilities are available. It's one also when you scatter say from Captain Smart, it's when you scanty and can't to Sudan. They will not allow you, the government will not allow you. Obeka say, Sasasana and what cantonment no, or they see a lot of housing projects and they see more. I'm making sure that housing facility can accommodate over 1,000 people. And in a flat. I be accommodate over 1,000 people. And it was also a work form. It's a man is now. Oh, concrete no. It's obaya no. To say mortgage and the amount. Do what no more. Now we try and kakra. So as time goes on, it becomes yours. And you will not struggle. If you ever be a major consumer, say anything. But I have no more than I see a cocoye. Affordable housing no saglaminarian is sisi ho no mo no asopare mampo adane bosom e di anniversary esi ho
what you just mentioned the affordable housing is ho
no anwen esi nesi ho na adane bosom ena saglame de no anopa bia na yakogu nsa yo housing minister no yakogu nsa na adane bosom ne yesom no just because yes ye pedan into they want to make it affordable for us. For more than 12 years near, you started Sagleme. Go and look at the state of Sagleme. Affordable house and what's occurring, my point. If you are so one who see how those suffer, who see us, send the middle suffer what are they, no problem. So we are just putting square pegs in the. I say, try to say a solving issue, but we don't know exactly what we want to solve. And that is why I agree with you. Say, school day, I say, yes, be a shedden musa, you see a baller. Yes, because as it stands now. School na me kono. Bisa me say I didn't say me trust mature exams fit class 1. Class 2 sa de akwa ko GHS. Me mature BC awie. Na sa akwa control SHS, mature SHS awie. Na me say me kwa first degree granted my first degree awie. Na me kwa masters so say me kwa sit down exams. Me kwa trust na me so madwen here say madwen here adwuma. What sense does it make? It's imagine your from crèche to first degree I'm call you know. Me exams na me tro ye na wo se metwa amanya in asefo no problem be net me solve here. Nanka by now every single master's degree program be Ghana ha no should be able to solve a particular issue. Nanka we don't have policy deficit be our hand must say afen ye kwakọ tena se ne akọpẹ consultant ne kura mpo no afen na nipa na ono wo field no on na be kire consultant ne onye ansa na consultant ne aba no so oh me kura me consultant nti dis me ye we but nipa na wo field no eni adwuma ne kura chen. And we've had one case ECG nipa na last ECG nipa no bet na hand must say no ono no ye work no consultant am ko fa ne ba no work no na e kire na adwuma. Of course. So you can imagine we are wasting our money.
Had we not been in this country, what will be contract to actually service ambulance? Meanwhile, ambulance service, the staffs are rather servicing the.
Can you imagine? There were professors of engineering, KNUST, Legon, most of our public universities. So what sense does it make? We have lost our way, and the way we are interested in professors. Say, oh, professor, when there were being how many theses, how many Nyaman were structural? Yet to me cite no. To say now be that Dr. Baumia oh, economic school at Dr. Baumia citing no. You cannot read economics without citing Dr. Baumia. At the end of the day, you ask yourself one simple question. Say,
no, the dollar cost
problem then to me a solve it their money.
Before all those things, so the dollar cost 16.
Granted, say all those economic whatever, and all those policies in them are using na yesina ka yede ye edwuma. Hwe nkofo a ye wo Ghana ha professors ye produce mo Ghana ha. Na hwe nkofo ye se ye omo ye nimdifo a omo ye friend say professionals ye produce mo Ghana ha no say ya. They cannot think for Ghana. Look at our economic friend say some omo ye 10-year development plan or say 20-year development plan. One single person, Kwame Nkrumah eye motorway e do over 60 years. Omo kwa plan in family 7 years development plan in family. Till now they haven't even brought any one single development plan on the table. So how do we expect our housing facilities and our housing deficit to be a solving issue? We can't solve it. Yes, say ba ye e dan dey see one mama carry you for akwakoye boachi bidin. So we look at all these things. Oh, the previous government.
Oh, but they're annoying. So yes, see a dandy close to the cemetery or Medina. No, Ghana. That's where it is. They be close to the cemetery or Medina. Empty at the house.
So
they spend a lot of resources just to adore that particular building.
You see, it's yes, I say. Ya attempts can ye nim ye de ni attempts can ye de say de kwakwete odona river mu na nkofo de da ho no mu na de a cha na wo che na mu asara ye mabiem ye se ye kwakosi affordable house kokugumase na ko bisa sokore mampon 2-bedroom apartment me say kiosk mu kraso na ko bisa 2-bedroom apartment say ne boy ye saying
affordable house na kan ye say
Na Sokore Mampo.
Debbie,
the first phase was for 2,500 houses.
And I see
the second phase.
The first phase. That's about 1,500. 1,500. Okay,
1,500 rooms.
Yes. 1,500 apartments. For 1,500 households.
No apartments. Captain, 1,500 no. 1,500. Only Adenta estate, Adenta flat.
Debbie.
What do you Adenta?
No meaning, but we need some of the cafe.
Okay. Adenta no. Yes, see hono. Then 2,000 po. What do I say? But it opened up the society. What did I say? So Nankasa 1,500 see ya. I buy for be buy and I do not work for when I buy no. That wasted that time no. Naka occupants mamuko no. It opens doors for other sources to go in there. Baby, I also ask me to go no. Catchidra. Swimming pool no. I was there a couple of days ago. Inside environment now, it means see various apartments for public and civil service, my servants. What I say to make them so comfortable. Where they are also occupying now, accommodation will become a little bit affordable because at the end of the day, most of the people who occupy those rental houses, they are probably civil servants. It is a government more. Who can say or call for this rate? No, you reduce it. It's all planning.
No, but
it's all planning. And 8 years of our beloved country was just wasted for nothing.
You see, Yama Kwaima, foreigners, and as dictating the price of our housing facilities. I am telling you, say, go to these flagship areas. Also, the Obeko is Lugon. Oko is Lugon, that's Okuta 2,000 Ghana cedis, sir, would be paid dime, Ibia, 2-bedroom for 1 month. If you run back at yourself, own to me farm now, but Nigeria need be Kobema 3,000, 4,000 Ghana cedis, and Obedebemano.
It's the next time on you. Was a dollar.
Now, make so, or the sub benchmark in the 200 more. Next time, you would have to go and look for that 4,000 cedis equivalent. And some what to me they are renting a portable or a good place for one casabet. And yes, there be a sub in prayer. These are some of the things, almost every year. Yet now we see who kunya a minister. Minister in charge of housing. Their policy pound on what to me a Ghana from 1992 I see a journey democracy. Yeah, kebi. So now, their policy bear pan. Yeah, housing minister. Why? Yeah,
now I disagree. Now they are from the
I said now.
No, it has not been implemented.
I'm talking about NDC NPP.
I'm not talking about NDC NPP.
When you say now, no, we are
talking about now.
Referring to the government. Now is now.
No, but you see when you go into it previously
now, what is it? Now what is it?
Now is now.
No. Previously, there have been some efforts.
It's a now.
Or say, from then till now.
Yes.
Okay, from then, there have been some efforts in terms of providing accommodation.
Until now, efforts then yield it.
Okay, but maybe that's one question.
Yes.
Affordable house in President Kofosi, can you afford it? You can afford it, but it is called
now.
Can you afford it even now? Even then and now.
When you say can you afford it, I've already been afforded.
By who?
No,
by those occupiers.
Go and look at the affordable. Go and look at the
people in there.
I got you. When we are saying, when he says, can you afford? We are not referring to some of us within the
I know who he's referring
bracket.
to.
Yes.
So affordable housing, it was termed affordable, so that anybody can afford. But what the question is that who can afford the affordable house?
Who was it built for?
It was built for the affordable people.
And the affordable people occupying it.
No,
so you have to blame the government.
That is what I'm saying.
Not the government of the Oku.
He's not saying good.
No. Government is a continuous process.
Captain, there was one thing that you taught us, and it must be real here again. Okay, you call a spade a spade. Who gave those affordable houses to the unaffordable people or the affordable people? Just say it.
That's not what he's saying.
No, but that's what I mean.
No.
Thank you.
The issue is, they scanning their 200 flat rate to say, oh, but affordable house, no, we 40,000 Ghana cedis and 30,000 Ghana cedis, whatever amount. And they are 200 so Now, the name affordable is meant for people who can afford it, for the affordable people, the middle class people, and even to a large extent the lower class people, because a 1-bedroom apartment for. But the fact of the matter is that when you go there as an ordinary worker, as a middle class person or an ordinary person, you cannot afford even their corridor. Corridor come to me afford it because it is much more expensive than even your budget. For the whole year and to a large extent for more than 10 years, you can't afford it. Put your salary together, you can't even afford it. Emma, share Nyaya or Saglemi, share Nyaya or Freddie said, and you see some of these places. Maybe to say rich, Kumasi rich. Those places were meant for government officials. Yes, see, bungalows said yes, see, honorable. Now, me name Adrian Ewo Abaitrim. I'm talking about NDC NPP from 1992 till now. Me name Adrian Ewo Mutrip. All those places have been converted to private bungalows or private residence. And you ask yourself, say, why the Tumima Kudro issue paper and answer permit and the mark of Nanis offer Sinidine. Whereas that place is meant for government land. Look at cantonment. Cantonment here by Sase. Of course. Region Yabaya Sase. Of course. Osu Yabaya Sase. Of course. But now go and look at the people occupying those places. It is an Akaya will lay down plan be or hold them say 20 years a day anyway. Yet Baby see house facilities. And the amount of beer and so Obia bet me afford the beer. Nanaka yet it's in Naka. We wouldn't be talking about this issue now. Naka people will not be coming to Accra looking stranded every day and carrying their things all over as if says been products or money baby. And one major thing, and then they say, yes, expanding all other regions, Nema Numa and Kohonomo. Because elsewhere, Captain say, China. Who says, Yawu State to say Kumasan and Kraneta Kradin and so forth. Who come baby to say, Bia, if you one state now call the other state, they will ask you for a visa. Because whatever you're going to buy there, we have some here. It's okay. The same thing it's the same price, the same everything is over there, and the same thing is here. It's okay. It's assuming say, some of our businesses, big businesses, Ebu Kumasi, Ebu Suyane, Ebu Temali, Ebu BA, Ebu all over the country. Chairman Nanka Konfobe free Sebin Predators at the northern region. I look so stranded. I bet that had Musi all in the name of say Sebin Predators or Moye Kaya Yejuma. Sanaki be a new man or Honomoan. And a new man is sustainable. And a new man a triaka year. Nanka would they come all the way from their hometown to come and carry goods on their heads, all in the name of say Omupejuma just to take about 5 cities or 10 Ghana cedis. They would dare not do that. But you see, a Bambian himself. Or your policy say ya, the call for home be harino, and they said the call for harin the pay. As about when you are anye into a share deliberate the Bama Kofa, which them how near him. Now, when it's getting to the latter part of it, no about the crop the Jones, maybe they see more. Say, oh, maybe rescue more for that situation with mu. And your class, you see, so when he creates that artificial atmosphere for you. Oba wa just say oba beboa no free abemu oba na foforo so just ho no mo saa for years and we have witnessed that. Look at affordable house, see what for years. Sagle me no kasa dan bosum si ho no mo. All these housing projects in the state housing corporation omo dem mo sisi ni na no adan bosum we are still struggling with it. Meanwhile, and you're centered within 3 major cities here in Ghana. Is either a friend is Eastern region, is either Ashanti region or Greater Accra region. So what happens to the other 14 regions in Ghana? Only say the whole of Western North region. Come to the whole of Western North region. Traffic lights baku credit Rubiemu. I am telling you, be on challenging. The whole of Western North region. Traffic light, one single traffic light in the Rubiemu. Is it a country we want to plan? Is it a place that we want to properly plan and stay for years? One single traffic light, any of the Western North Ekrubiemu. But you can't so much Ghana for. And I center your attention in our Greater Accra, Ashanti region, and to a large extent Eastern region, because the few say these places are closer to the seat of governors. In Kintampo is the center of Ghana, but now Kintampo should be developed, more developed than any other thing. But go to Kintampo, so sometimes, you see, Obi as in Prediasa, or see the level of decentralization. I say now Obi a big plan. Why not just okay? Housing facilities it is becoming a very big challenge that we could say. First of all, before you can house somebody, you need to give the person a job to do. Now one can say who income every department hall. But one man department the person will run from wherever he is, come to the existing place that you man are choked. No have a burden there too also. And it's not going to just be a burden to you. It's going to be a dangerous burden to you. Me last one, me deba ko example. Sam kro mu jeji na kwa homeless sky. Say do no pa. Na so mu free. Baby omo kwada ba so mo akotro waye ka exams no mo ba. Who say? E kra no mo eja kwa homeless sky no. Say do no pa. Na say dispatch omo na so mo akotro waye ka exams no mo ba. Omo do so. And you see, Master, from today, when you host, you'll be a panel member. Now, you see, the challenge is that Some cranny now, a bit more than 10 years, 15 years, or kind of home. Or more than 10 years, 15 years, or more quite. You ask yourself, say, hey, fan of radical. They mingle with the society because odi baby akọ nti ene se sa na tie de a obepekwan bia faso no akasa find any way na all kono adwene be na hye ne tribo agina kwan ho sa for more than 10 years asress kasa obi amfiri no nti se wa be hardened nti ma me kwatam se kan fa sha kwai se hey jare kokodi nipa kodi na wufo ame ye gina wuwie no ano no on fa ho odwene ho enye ho hwe. We turn these people to cabin criminals. And once we don't have any laid down policy, we don't have any laid down rules and regulations, these people will come and go. They say housing facility. To say seven previous. Sit down for so many years. One example. Hey, Labadi Beach, I don't say that. Tintin almost says almost the late JB Danko at the Amiwa. So not the hotel, so not the day. As he was said, Adana Bosom, they say, Adana Bosom. Nobody is touching this. The government do not have any plans to own that house, that particular building, convert it to something else, and to even create employment for people. They don't have any plan. Call a Meridian hotel, Meridian, Meridian Hormone. I see for so many years. So many years, the government do not have any plan to convert it into something else, to create employment for the people, and even to house people. Because aban beko aban beba, tro jagu paper so, nyansan na wo honom na be implement, they be ni ho, so they will not do it. And at the end of the day, you and I will suffer. So the framework can detect at the amount say, maybe over maybe there. Me favor, Bakubi Okumase. I'm telling you for a fact. What's it? Me favor Okumase. What's them that's so high down Okumase? When they go home, I see me down what two. That's no problem. My cocoa trees can you assume the 1,000 cities account. Now, I say I didn't also debut to TV, so maybe 5,000 cities account. Say, what's it? I said debut to TV soon to the 1,000 cities account. And it took me more than months before me. Yes, but me dream one. Me say, this man just because of what I do. Or increasing my house rent just like that. Meanwhile, none of them would me any of them.
But that is it.
That is the challenge we have in our country, and there's no policy. Yes, sir, rent control for more rented. And
that's how I know by
rented down on the time. Ono kraka akro de kokoko monitor kro ni bi obekọ the office bench no mu ina tete so nzi ono dia ho fama no wo. The only thing he's interested in is when you adwuma ye bosom so na ya peka krama no atwa ne ka no okọ ne baby. So this thing is becoming a dangerous burden to us.
A couple of minutes ago say ansana abambe mo bia na o say ansana abambe mo bi dan no yes o man adwuma
yes of course
okay rent control ya man dan
yes
onwani dan sorry yaman ejuma
yes
or rent dan yes ejuma na yaman na etwa na at the end of the month no oye ho ejuma
na see a rent control office no wo baby to say Accra Central
yeah
now when your problem wo if I say bia Lashibi or any other place
no they have the office there
yeah granted
yeah
say
every district one office
but when you say Accra Central if I say Accra Metropolitan Assembly now you call into deeper places a move I don't know Accra that much it say means me and fan Casabia had her. But say Muwa, resource bed or the Beko.
Maybe if you are from Lashibi, once you have an office or honor, I didn't just go back to Central.
Hey, now
the offices.
No, the offices are there, all right. I mean, a ceremonial office.
No.
I am telling you,
I have encountered most of their issues. In conforming, baby, what I say, Benjamin, say, man, I say, go to rent control. What do I say? For instance, if I identify, for instance, maybe I'm more office one there. I ask myself, I identify question start to Kuno. That one I agree. But it exists.
Yeah, it exists.
And people goes there.
Are they effective?
Effectiveness, then it very depends on the attitude of the workers.
Is exactly the point. Most of them have converted themselves to agents. That
should not be the case.
But that is is the reality on the ground.
It's not about getting the job. It's about our
you see, it is because of the orientation and because of the procedures and the what do you call it, policies are there to honor. Because it is too flexible. Oh yeah, they are near their child. So oh, when they are NDC into there, NDC na abasi.
Which must stop.
Yenjai, where NPP oh where NPP yenjai sa de manufacture honor.
It must stop.
Go to affordable housing right now. Because President Kufuor is CNT, go and see almost all the occupants are NPP prone people.
Well,
does it really make sense?
Well, that cannot be justified, though.
It will be all NDC no nimi answer, and I saw no nipa. That is the reality. That is the standard that you're setting there to have. So anything we are President Kufuor ye biano, any MPP for and a Kufuor minimum your bay National Cathedral. Now go see we and I can't be before quite a sorry. You see, some of these things.
Nation, do we need it?
Some of these things must be brought down. Look, because look, the solutions you are giving, the Senate captain, fantastic ones. But the truth is that what the command minister needs to see about to be the 8 years there, you create a whole ministry for special initiative. How come see? One time, pay yes, why in BBA?
No, so the key for two.
Yes, that
the whole sea or the key for two. We are jokers, so
you understand? You create a special initiative for you.
So commercial interviews or
a whole sea, a whole minister for special initiative. Now, what's wrong with the chief your cameras? Now I got two.
And I want to say, yes,
we are bunch of jokers. You see, Captain, Mino Sadia Muya, Muton government bungalows. Mugana for. And I Ghana for.
Because if you Korean,
because they are not Korean.
See, no more they are private developers. No more see apartment manipa means nipa 9. Maximum occupants mo ebia na mo yet 10. Meanwhile, it's an acre. Na sa acre no, it means flats. See, when we had that vision, no. Captain, let me Timuche how. Baby, a friend of Kandano. That's how I was born and grew up. What did I say? Kwame Kuma flat and Nam ho. I shop on Swabi, yes, sir. John Rollins, Wayabi, yes, sir. Mahama, Wayabi, yes, sir. Sagleme. So you President Kufuor, sorry, Wayabi, yes, sir. Into the past 8 years, every year, they.
Yeah, you know.
You see Cathedral, the biggest phone in the world. You see, when we talk, people just don't want to say Yemekasa. But the point is that Mukasa say, yeah, resources. We've wasted our resources in vain. Swimming pool, I want this mean back home. What do I say? Just put up nice apartments, at least 5 floors. Now, in Kofonko occupy, it will ease the pressure on this landlord and landladies.
How can you tell me, say, estates land like cantonment? Adebechi sorry, say Yaton.
Enemy king.
You told him I told him a politician.
Enemy king.
It doesn't really make sense.
And you see, if you look at the amount in terms of rent, now still public and civil servant, I'm going now. So, Captain, it can be done if only we are willing to do it. What do I say? I don't care, say, government I sit down, no matter your political affiliation, work or occupy, pay the right rent, cheap as it may be, and we move on. But you go so, and you say, oh, when you party, when you say, it will not help this country. If that affordable project or agreement, I could find a buy, or we complete here, so like you quite another face.
Oh no, you see, Senaka, no more you and I can't get my rent.
No, I can't see you.
And I make us say,
Kakano, would there go rent your Kumasi? Ah, landlord, look at you say, obey A, B, C, D, R, Y. Yes, I'm your man who are first agreement. The canoe is some small things.
Yeah,
and just because they don't have the political will. Every council will be into that is our problem.
Now, if you hospital for a German, I say yes, you will be what plans do we even have? We don't have any plan.
Is it not time say we started lashing for mismanaging our resources?
Now a whole place like
no, I think this time.
Medina, So UPS Medina.
Yes.
Oko hono pa ye hye si market kese pa de si hono mo ene agya na wi fo ni gum no mo hwe sa.
UPS.
Medina market hono mo. Go there and see.
Oh, Medina station home.
Yeah, Medina station. Just go there. I look at this and I'm like,
and the police station is 2 minutes walk to that place.
No.
Police officers, omufa ho de bia ewia no pa nume anajo awmache. Police for ho.
Opa man nkwache won. Politician be my instruction.
No, but is it not time?
Don't blame the police. Oh.
No, but is it not time?
Time when you are a politician, you are speaking.
No, is it not time?
Time when
now who got to who go boni who we frame me?
What's it?
Who go boni we frame me?
And me
because no, me because
I am accountable.
Tie who go boni who we frame me?
Debbie.
Ba ku bi go boni me opposition of frame. Na me see kaje police dey to aso.
Well.
No, I will not buy those things. So far as you know it is wrong, it is wrong. Me kwaye boni a ye fere ba me se me frɛ. No, me kwaye boni a na me ko frɛ se ko patch o ma me. No.
Yeah, fancy.
You fancy e kwaye ni who kwaye boni a you have to pay for it.
Who ko ado we to car ko anim.
Me ni de me ko me fight na say e wo show no so no. Ye ka che Ghana for say me who kwaye boni na wo frɛ me a. The
fundamental truth is that there's no will, there's no political will.
No, there's a will. There's a will in some instances. There's some will in some instances.
It doesn't work.
Because who come here, cut it back to the rent control issue. There are officers who encourage people to come and make reports of issues that are irrelevant.
All right. Rent control for Ankasa, Hameba, if you're in a rent control, ni bibaha, or a district manager. Then if you're a tunu. Rent control in a yen yaba kwade ho. Akosua no ma oni ye fiewura akasa no no ni fiewura tu no. Oba na beka che GH boy so person hu me. Ye de bra me no say boss, me ye no rent control. Me fiewura tu me. Maka bia fiewura ne say onte ase. Say rent control ni manager no to won ni fiewura tu ni dia.
Hello.
Na so oni kamafo a na wo wo den.
Uka bibi sesi aso ye bechi wato.
Rent control ni no. Tisaka post ni asam che e be ko ne ho no.
Hello.
Ono post ni ka kire se baby ade na duru no. Me mitimi nya ho hwe ntimu ankasa mo pa bibi nye. Na wo no wo ye den. Ano pe na gi no wo soro buruta. But timi do betu mirika kakra. Eti e pa no dan han a. Medical ka to pesa ba oti ase.
Hello.
Memo statistics bi. Memo niam bi a. Me pesa me ma what's here? The Edikan.
Hello.
So be a catch us at Ghana. Your housing deficit 1 million, 2 million, 3 million,
Hello.
4 million.
Hello.
Catch us at me say wadada. Because the CIT no, you see 30.8 million. And I'm what? Ube so try say you say 30.8 million na ye Ghana hano.
Hello.
You say nipa won ni baby da. Why 2 million pe? Would you be? What that kind of correct? I know Africa, yes, statistics are. Sometimes I sit down and laugh. Ghana Statistical Service.
Hello.
How many politicians that's sorry? And sometimes some of the things they come out, the data they come out with. Na me share, na me kind, na me analyze the data na me rahu. And today, let me say this on record. Rent is a national security issue. I'll be giving you some highlights. Listen, rent is a national security issue. Debbie Aube say a dying high and anything rental. Abe so expensive. I will my BM. Nipa jene ho a enje emebunu ebrenya baby na you must understand say when that marries unemployment there will be chaos.
Hello.
Eti asa me sweat I didn't feel my sweat that mo nyama mo mam signal na me de ahye maso na matie ba konam ko
I am mo Ghana.
Listen, rental is a national security issue.
Hello.
Eyade e betimi ama oman oyene etimi ati atiesi. But the son said, yen sheda nim krofo wo memu ha. Wodi aban, wodi tumi, wodi MP, Wodi minister, wodi DC, wodi MC, wodi dende. One yen ase, but one bottom no what ase ntino. Eya na one ase say a dying high national security issue. Now watch this. They say a national security issue. They say, we do not have any regularized framework. Edawa. Se ho behind dying ukrum ha. Yetibi. Eti aya na ye say. Alatafo a sebe wodi bone no wo ba wokọ kasoa dentri wokọ tena kasoa edan han ho policy bi ani krom ha eti obia sebe oye nipa bone menka sa alatafo ye nipa bone but just listen to me carefully obi oye nipa bone obi oye wudini obetu afri twoko na wakọ tena kasoa na watu afri kasoa na wakọ tena mankasim na wafri mankasim na waduru fosu obe free fosu be wan se we do oboase ofri oboase no we duru santase ofri santase no we duru tachman ofri tachman no wasa na chamba sunyane ofri sunyane no okọ tamale no okọ wa we ni be ba ho so we du boga post for you na ye hu no eti esese ye di kan ti ase se enipa bi a okọ han dan bi esese ye ma na number ti se de ye ma car number. Because the car now make Captain Smart matter now me timunu. Nana kwa me Mercedes Benz not timunu. Warrant it. So we share state actors and non-state actors are. Your microphobia from state actors. You can state actors are enye hwe. Hello. A soldier for omo state actors. A post for omo state actors. Over the ministries, departments and agencies omo state actors. Hello. Wo no oban ni mu nipa no. Ane o man na kasa na aye mra. E bo wo ho ban. Ena wo wom ena wo hwe o man ne niema ekoso nyina mu eti easy or a state actor DVLA or a state actor and ye won non-state actors no ebi ye multinational companies any intergovernmental organizations ma me breaking it down no what you say intergovernmental organizations no ebi any United Nations ye an ye to na Ghana ye gitum say ye pese ye de ye ho kodom UN it is a Togo din samfo atre yen seden se Mali din samfo atre yen seden Africa say din samfo atre yen seden na se ye wa hode ye betumi ato ahye Togo Mali ni Africa so na ya bu na kunu pra no a emra ne say UN Charter 39 ne say no man yen sa we yen sa be ha dwen adentra esese enya bibia e friend just war no kura no ya chemu miensa ye wo just ad bellum and only ye justice before war and ye wo just ad bello justice during war and ye wo just post bello justice after war it is ye Ghana ho odin kura se den ne pese ye kokon kura na. That is why a lot of people are saying that America and Israel are using force against Iran. As I say, United Nations Charter 39, a threat no mean who say no. There's a threat of peace, breach of peace, and military aggression or whatever. There were intergovernmental organizations. There were WTO, World Trade Organization. World Trade Organization so we are seeing in Nigeria in a war and hustle. It won't be man who's up to boom to say that Donald Trump yeah no say me should not say ato China so won't try tax say World Trade Organization say it can't work that way. If you no more non-governmental non-state actors no back on MTN. Ofi come how? But over to me control say MTN. Eba di trim say ne onya adwuma watum se kukuro ewurade nyankopon a they have influence. MTN, I am non-state actor. Hello. Eti some non-state actors no they also wield a certain power, a certain control over to maybe one mining. It is a MTN say oh nipa be 10 million and on more the network no so. It is an MTN bufu say no asiku dokoro twom matum Nana Kwame on to Fred Josephine me fragi Godwin on to me nya call on ko baby ya because yenya ye na ye frɛ no ne friend say Dabi Vodafone ye dia ne wodi me ye frɛ no Ghana Telecom na Kwame Nkrumah si ye no ya ton it is a Vodafone Ah, Yaton no so called says yes, telecell. Say MTN move not to. Next, we need MTN number. You cannot reach anybody. These are non-state actors. Now there were para non-state actors. They are very dangerous people. So para non-state actors, no, they are the people who sponsors terrorists. Or ye Ghanaian, see,
hello.
Or ye Ghanaian,
Hello.
Ah, ne yere a free on buy for froso.
Hello.
Eti ne yere no ya de Ghana krata aye ne ho ade ya ware no.
Hello.
Eti JB aware Sri Lanka ni. Eti Sri Lanka ni no wabe Ghanaian by force. But ebi answer na JB akwa ware no no. Na oyobi a odon ojoin adomfo yekuo se terrorist bi won mo to hye nipa so kum won se niam no oka ho. Sa nipa ne ba krom ha na oware JB a what do you also JB yere it is a wo hwe na wo di JB ani JB lens and I would have say we even though oyebroni na mom o JB yere it is a ye pena ye beti afa JB so ye nya no but ye tell say mpani fokra bu be say eni patrim anya bo frɛ no wa pam no wa hudi ewom it JB beti ni Sri Lanka oba na da mpa so one ne be ya warede obebutu no so one ne be nyem one ne be wo on be di do be ye bibia but oba ni trim to say Delilah dey here Samson no na JB nim.
Hello.
That is why say yetimi nya eye bibia ebe boa na yetimi aye nhihye ye betimi asi adan ne yenya emra eda ho say Captain Smart at the Tantra Hills.
Hello.
No person to Kotna East Legona. And she said that Captain cannot just move. Say obi to choko. When you do for Kumasi, it's your Kotran Shayaswa. And yes, all man was when you transfer. No, Kon Shayaso, no, I Kotna ho. Daddy. From Hassani high nine, I thought I would drive down the traffic man you mirror. Minim didn't say nipa be a 2 anajo. Minim say hello. 99% of Encrofo to free baby back home. A quatra baby for frono. Wo 2 anajo. Me over the weekend, maybe some Encrofo. Let me were here say, but I was asking people. And I'm sure Obi Owa. Nimpa odaso ne chance ne nkuku ne nkaka no aya no person krofo behu enti no aya na obi apeso tu anajo no wakọ no wakọsiesie ho ena ye won krofo so wotu nkakra me si bi fie wie wa Tantra Hills am Chickens bi me tu no me tu nkakra na ma wie fie no bana me akam be busumi nsia na me dan no kanawu enti ho ana ma sisa kakra kọ ho ana ma sisa kakra kọ mitunka kranka if you run or a Pentecost elder no ninkrai or takwa or one of my friends say elder or say kojo sons of God me say march forward me say elder I am marching forward metu
Test my oblayo.
it is safwa no me yan den or so feja kofi na be safwa ni ja kofi me na me kro no ye wo won so a wo tu putupru tuo no wo sa na ofie ura ka say wo dan castle and then me yi wo niam ato egu aboten na wa fa phone na kwa me nua ne ho wa wo hwe se de abrabo na sia ye na me srew o garage ho betimi de me niam abegu ho Captain Nade say me favorite to me I say eh na me dan me nya ba bia ma wo beda me nya ba bi ma wo ma wo na enti no sanka be ya me srew bomoden nanka ma oba no ne nkwala ne de metwe nya dan bia ma o madam ba wo de asaye de wo ho kakra cause me man nyini ne ade na kwa me apne eti ye won crofo o mem ha sese ya me no kase ya esuru bebia ne mada esuru bebia ne yereda ana esuru bebia ono nso da enti se eba ba mani tim process sabe eburu sabe nya do opese one na yire ye bibia ohu bebia one na yire beda enu na ment eti wani beba ho so na dan hanti yaje hukumu because by man nya baby na by man so anum SM ade ya sori agyina ho onya baby mfamfa wadi baba ho so no nam saa na oba bi ana maame bi a wasi ni dan bi awie
hello
nani abo okunu so wo twene hwi na ono na akoda we wan sa okunu akofa ba foforo da onyame be ye madoma mbenya dan no de ba nam enam dan hanti awari bebre egu okrom ha because of a dan han emma no ehunu say be ma na menene tie no na djuma say sika ni wo de han dan ekoda ne bre me so me bre me nya ba bi nda he ma me nka se me cho ne oba bie ni ho part ope ade a heading
Captain Smart.
emma ye from be di de because mo ye ka kire nyame bo ba obu me mfi eyi oba fi mu ba ye no na dua wo ho bepo wo ho ensuo wo ho ewia wo ho bosome wo ho na mankani wo ho bode wo ho banche wo ho enti oba wa meye adwuma emma na wa asase su ina so ebroni o etuntumo oba e na adwuma bi e wa asase su bi ya wie enu ta ya na nkrofo bi de nwoma sua be kakatane ma bi so ana ya mesere no enti oba ba e no ade obeton ye aye aduane a yedi si jaso oba meye hwe na nyame abade nyina wie oba ba ye no na nyame abade nyina wie yakopɔ kora bade ni din obo wie ye no o se minim din amde beto bibia Adam hey wo eh o se no ha o se meja wo bra ama ho to din
na sika no wa
hwe to name something sa wodi din to bibi wo it's one of the most difficult things in this world but ya ni pafi say emre say mawo medina to papa ye friend agiri mawo medina to mame ye friend agi enya easy because esesa wo twin then Adam to be twin ye hu say dua we ye friend odum we ye friend wawa dua we me hwe ni din ye friend kube dua we me hwe na ye say ye friend abe na mom abe no say ye no abe no ye wa de ewo ho no ye friend mefin de ade no ye friend ade no so wo ba anse wanya adwebo no wanya ade na ankasa Adam ye de no tibi tena se dwen yesua sanyansa ni nyina it is not an easy thing it is a wo hia be ma wo hia nyankopon
Captain Smart.
Now watch this enye nyankopon ene to oba din eye be ma na to oba din because nyame bu me mfi betim ba bi me nyankopon bia bone Medibi ya pula wie medibi bo frɛ metim ba bi dwene me ho Yakobon say hey ke wo me say yes I say da Yakobon me na say you say me say da that's when him the Bible says that and God caused the man to sleep a deep sleep cause na one say na Adam nya ready so beda because watu muoni na ade awie watu bibi ade awie sese na niji oni muoni di agro but the Bible says that God caused the man to sleep a deep sleep God caused sese be man no nya ready for beda Adam person kwofre me Adam person kwati kube
Captain Smart.
Adam person na me baby onya ready so beda and Yankopon force no he was caused by God to sleep
enu na meant
and nyame born say tim na ke wo die o die ya nyame sua bro ene Adam mfim say
He is smart.
and obu ne mfe baako obu ye wie no ene nyame yi mfe na wabu no na ode koya biribi a ye frɛ no ba that time ne ni nipa bi a ye frɛ no ba eye biribi
enu na meant
and obu ne mfe
I don't take madness
rent na
Captain Smart. The
and ode boba ni wie no tie ne ye o wabu ke wo mfe so ye ne surgery no sa pam ye Adam sorry ye no na ne mfe bonkum no na ba ko ayira and ode boba no obo ni wie ye no na Yakobon ja no hokoye Adam eni so te ne se kukuro o say this is the flesh of my flesh the bone of my bone one ka kire no kwasi jame amanadwe e de tudin Enti wo your ba asusu kire wo ho ma mam kasem so be ma na tuudi na kan nya ade bia asase so a your friend oba opa gidi opa jai opa di matem I don't care.
Bring money before you taste.
Eti Nyankopon rente by nature nyame rente be man fi ena de bo ba enti besi ne rent e wo Bible.
Captain Smart.
Eti efiewura bi adadadada no na agent bi epedan. Agent bi di anim ma wo nya dan na fiewura no wada. You don't know the fiewura. Cause agent for no mko pedan na ma wa. Aya woni fiewura no. Eche wo mbeje commissioner na hu fiewura. Eti Nyankopon rente Adam mfe. And all the year, a man young crofo mbaso mbebere. It is what you say. Obani to us, Yatunu, Onya baby na, Nyabiani ni, Ebio Median and one, Onyabian and one of Abaya be Fiabi Jane, and I know was Sereno, no, I just server, no, or the cigars so, no, bra, Sister Bijaho.
He is smart.
It's rent. A idea, who some non-state actors, no one about to say MTN. To say other companies, multinational companies, no, they take over your facilities. No money here, and at the end of the day, no money. So what am I trying to tell you? What am I saying? The person trying to say, I did be a year rental. Say national security did the agora. It's video you make a see at the brain. Say and she said pa na Ghana ne Vodafone yeah as a uncle
enu na ment
and she say wo Ariba there be there space phone and Ariba ba mwa and she say wo space phone and Ariba buy and she say na Ghana ne space phone yeah and they do Ariba and Ariba call and MTN buy and she say ne When yeah, ebe do tigo. Ebe nya as ebe do ha. I feel what you say. It will call any advanced nation. Or manya what ya. Would think as our baby company. So we are ho obi ya na eja kwan na say one the open away there be a rental.
He is smart.
So number one, I sat down and I said that look, we need to find a solution to a danya ye high no and wasem. We need one card, one home. Building a nation, one citizen at a time. As a Ghana housing card. But you see, we cannot be duplicating cards. Yet we need cards in America. Sunflower card. No, we cannot be doing that. We are not as sophisticated as a nation. To say America, to say France, to say Germany. No. It's a Ghana card na yekutano. We can upgrade the Ghana card.
Hello.
Temie. So we need to have the Ghana housing card. If not more. You use one card to pay for Ghana housing card. Eti Peter, our housing card. Me wa Ghana housing card. Godwin, our Ghana housing card. Power specialist, me no obano, our Ghana housing card.
Hello.
Now, Ghana housing card, then you be. So who need Ghana housing card? Who's behind that Ukrumha? You can rent. Because some call maybe when you answer, Sabia Bruce Sabia Yando, Sada Mecano. Answer no behind that. We be too free baby. I want to quote baby Fufrono. Your friend baby home office. I want to beko. Say baby, I'm a tenement pet. Ebi ama wumi enu. Se de nyame adom. Me de ba kwa beka ho ya ye miensa. Ntim enkwada miensa me ne me yere ye num. Ye 2 bedrooms. Ye nsa enye ye. You can't just get up.
He is smart.
Hey, say what to every ha. Okwa ha. Eti ya hand, ya ma dai mo wa hand. Dabi, it doesn't work like that.
Captain Smart.
And this is what I wrote. I said Ghana stands on the threshold of a transformative housing revolution. The Ghana Housing Card Initiative is a pioneering national framework designed to democratize access to dignified and durable housing. By connecting every Ghanaian adult with a verified housing identity, scalable subsidies, and a digital service ecosystem, the Ghana GH Card empowers individuals, especially those from low-income communities, to the informal sector to begin, build, and own homes over time. With discounts on essential building materials reaching up to 48.9%, and you can say do 50%, including cement, blocks, roofing, and plumbing supplies. The GH card lowers the financial barrier to construction. A tiered system from timber to diamond, plus special provision from person with disability and single parents, ensures inclusivity and tailored support. Cardholders' fees vary between 50,000 Ghana cedis and 200,000 Ghana cedis, creating a sustainable funding mechanism. Now, say, it is a now I want to talk about a dynasty. As I say, BB Frano, Ghana housing card. 80 may a member. But so is why you try me 1,000 Ghana cedis. But so is why you try me 10 million pay. But so is why you try me 5 million pay. Sir, you say you calculate 5 million. 10 months biano, be 5,000. So we open 5,000, 10. It is a obi busumi suni a car 500 Ghana cedis. Busumi do, and so when you have 5,000, it's a do and obey 500 million. So what it means is that as I said, card no empower Godwin, empower GH boy, empower Moses, empower JB say, and fear do say a buying a boami mesidain, ato iron rods, ato cement, ato blocks, ato paint, ato dadwa, ato bibia, 10 solid years. One, either say a buy no AC. Na me di fear do etua. And I say a buy no share me card no ho. No was subsidize it. So number one, say me yo bia bosume so na ABA try me card 1,000, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Equal see whatever amount. The assessor a buy here say me card no so no. So I buy person or testament to swa. SSR or tesuna, it is automated. And the entire year, SSR companies like Media General, and say UMB Bank, no, and so I'm more linking workers or more honey na, or more senators, no, to the Ghana housing card. Say the Abaya, say a tea, a bind tea. Aye, cement so, or tea blocks so, or tea iron rods so, or tea paint so. Mimi Senate na ye triano, Mimi Providence Fund na ye triano. There is a coloration. It is straight na buying Mimi company nutriama. Now watch this. Company be an me yati Mimi sikanibi.
Hello.
There they are straight.
Hello.
And Mrano so say. And say company na be want to say Media General hano. And say one so take. One can say one more foot one be. And so me the so. Me ye tria me straight. I'm a say me ba kokra mambre. Sa sikana ye tria. Media General better free on only foot home. Etriama me Captain Smart no. As I say automatically 55%, no 48.9% straight. As I say automated because I'm using a card, a user chip. It's Media General tria sa sikana ekokoto me account nim I was slate no. Na slate taking record na 48.9%. Aba me card no so. It is a me kwakoto edansie niama. Me and me kwakosi dan some ye presenter Antaru or ye director Peter ono or ye camera person or kwakoto edansie niama your friend Chidadi card na sa na me friend no Chidadi eti Peter ko na say or kwakoto iron rods no fan say 100 cedis Peter ya tell so 48.9% fan say 49% and
hello.
80 Peter obetra 51%. Eti fansa de ne 100 cedis Peter betra 51 cedis. Or the card ni twi ya. Sa the card na e was rate ho. Any sika na e was no I reflect.
Bring money before.
It is 49%, 48.9% na Media General. And the two na ketu na so ni twi and slate no.
Hello.
Peter you so sika no then or the year or the sidai said be Peter we did 39 years Peter did 40, we did 45, we did 50. Obedi beye 60 years and 65 years obe call retirement no. Na Peter timi sini dan awie. Na sika ne kakra na aka no. Ye de amane ne pension. Na waje na de akotena fie. Na waka ne na atoso. Na Peter wuntem. This is my solution. We need a Ghana housing card. So you lend and borrow directly. Example, a group of GH card holders in a cooperative can contribute funds into your baby. Mama chemu you know what I say. Your susano, your baby I see a friend and noboa. I don't know. Mimi wefu, JB wefu, Peter wefu, Antaru wefu, Gordon wefu, Abraham wefu. We didn't say Adam wefu. Now, Mimi Sidai, Peter Sidai, JB Sidai, Adam Sidai, Gordon Sidai, Abraham Sidai. We can do what I call the lend and borrow directly. And we can put these people together in a cooperative. And if that's a cooperative, the phone one year. It's a young man here 10. I pay ye Sidai. A diner yes, you can't dine the price ni na bobuno. A year be a 2 million Ghana cedis. Me want Ghana housing card. JB, our Ghana housing card. Adam, our Ghana housing card. Peter, our Ghana housing card. Abraham, our Ghana housing card. But what can me market you any boom? Now what the card Peter dear who? What the card JB dear who? What the card Adam who? What the card Godwin? Now the card Abraham who? 2 million na your card is so 48.9% now. It was no 3.5 million. Why can't we build? Yeah, but see that. And then they come up with 2 million Ghana cedis. And when I finish this, maybe yes idea we are. I'll forward this document to the Minister of Works and Housing. If they want to use it, it's over to them. If they don't want to use it, I don't care. 5 million and then I pay 2 million Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, your card and also your card in the bomb. Card no yet no more ADC no. Card no yet 3.5 million. So what it means is that government and the Ministry of Works and Housing can come in and say that and for million person musida no. One more card no so 48.9% na e was no. So we kasa wo kan na bom na wo ka bom a e 3.5 million. Meanwhile a dine on person musino 2 bedrooms no. Ni na 2 million Ghana cedis. So the Ministry of Works and Housing in collaboration with SNIT back at us okay, Sana said, I'm 5. And I'm a person who see dino. Contractor bet me a see dino, I'm open at this cost 2 million. No, your friend, no, a Gordon Sawenu, and Gordon Sawenu, you turn it direct from the source. One second in your J. See dynamo. When are you completing? 3 months? When? 6 months? When? 1 year. Now, I count you in Sikana was no, I did 3.5. Taka 1.5 million. Or see that anywhere, they are 1.5 no. Near that Tonkunya, Yadiaton Kania, Yadiaton Niama, na Yadiagum, near Timmy, SSA dining, na yen the econo. Number 2, I call something crowd fund building projects. A builder can post a verified project on the housing portal. And now watch this. As I say, to be a housing portal. Any question say what Damoto, I don't know. Damoto ni tree and the bro uncompleted housing. Peter started on Onye, JB started Onye, Mima started Miwe, Adam started Onye, Gordon started Onye. As part of the Ghana housing card, no, we need to have a housing portal. Obi afa the phone free. Don't want download it out to phone so. And to JB person or nyami ye na dom onyanimdie ni nyansa. And on started 10 bedroom abrosan. But JB baby a wakwa kodro no. JB on to me see a 10 bedroom abrosan no wie answer wa ba kokora no akọ retirement. So there's what I call the crowd fund building projects. It's so portal so no na JB atwa the picture no. No, they are too so. Now watch this. Ben can't say, oh, every will be fat. No, be aquaye. No, be the mara. Aquaco. I've told you the land policy that. So this one, the national security is part of it. Say JB Chabi be the top portal. That's why. As I say JB1 or reported, Emma the local police and what ho. It's if I say JB at a year at Chimota Achimota police wo ho na JB ko no akọ report say edan we media me ho nkrata nie no we twa picture no dey ato portal so JB etwa ye no from the local to the district, from the district to the division, from division to national, from national to national security. It's when also we have president, we have vice president. It is locked in the system. JB there. Now JB cannot complete the 10-bedroom house. Then it says here, you value a diner. Nesika and what side JB dine. That money is transferred automatically to JB's card. Now buying start to the tax.
Hello.
So that Ghana housing card, no, I buy revenue. Me masum bedroom. So person who too free. Dance man. Equatra tafwa. No problem. So one swipe here. Won't be high dine ukrum ha. Said the bay ye be hu nipa dodo a high dine. Awo mem ha. Amasa wu kodi bone ne ye pewachi akwanya. Hwo ne yenyam. It's a crowd fund. Builder, no, a builder can post a verified project on the housing portal. Family, friends, diaspora, or community members can contribute towards that project. Now watch this. Yes, see Abushafie. One to yempo. Na dine ka hone ya the chance dine. Ye wo kuma se JB nie. Be wan say the roofing sheets. Na ye de age e dine ho. Na e dine ni be si ho sa 10 years. E bi abusha ni bi kura te ya. Ko the $700 buy. On that portal, that building is not for sale. Then we have something, I call something, earned returns and social credits. The more now we see, I call it the P2P. Who yes are dining kakra work hard. What the cocoa tree? Obi say, okay, Captain, that's a 48.9%. No, me coaching says, sir, what do I do?
Hello.
Maybe 48%, 48.9% in the war phone, so 49%. Maybe na 70,000 Ghana cedis, 100,000 Ghana cedis. What do you need at all? Building materials. Emanasa. Baby, I didn't do who here roofing. But wakem. Street sikana ya ye tuato hono. Eda hwa ageden. Me street ya say, he. If you be starting radio TV from Radio Peace, you try me listening to Sikas, I'm listening to Sikana, that's net. But you me young we.
Ojai.
But you me young we, me young koyo.
Ojai.
You started say you try net, amame. Number 22 years. Say my baby na chain fear do am di here e di tua me senet ba me senet sika no e da senet for account senet to wa na hit ba the timo so me dey kosi hotel sa hotel me da me kwa kotu sika kodam bi
gwen mo amanyenye mo amonye no mo
ko je wa to workers otua senet ma mo no da ben da no metimi akoda sa senet for hotel no mu bi because senet hotel na ba ko mienu miensa yenim eye ba ko ye wo teshikwa ni so ye friend say dey La Palm Royal Beach. La Palm Beach Royal, or La Palm Royal, or whatever the name they call it. A night, hotel, they didn't for $490. $490, I say. If I say 6,000, 5,000 Ghana, so $10 50 million. Now, to us, I will say, Obi here, Dr. Mibunsuho. And see, Uncle Tam 5,000. And I do that, or that, and it's now 5,000, he will wash it. It doesn't make sense. Social security, insurance, and everything. So what we have to do is that on the Ghana housing card, your card is linked to your social security. And to Ghana housing card, and also, Sikana SSM multi media general, etuyama meno. Yeti 48.9% the fee muno the akana cost in it no. Ebeka 51.1%. So 51.1% na akana eye media general the tuyama me enya me media na TV ma sika no mo nduru no ho kra sa sika na e wo ho no de esese ye ne se e bia me di 54 years me da han dan aka 6 years na me call retirement eti me de nkokora bo ko han dan aba asemeni eti sa card na esese me emra ne ma me kwan na metimi trocrat ama senate na senate credit my account no sa card na ekuta me no eti ebi a me pe Fidelity Bank JB epe UMB Peter epe GCB Bank obi pe hin then quickly your card is credited without amount of money ebi obekwa kwa check no na ye trace asike na ma wa be 5 years be 10 years we come over ebro 1 million Ghana cedis quickly now they are completely will die na wasum adwo na nkofo how bi amfa mesense ukombe say afei ya bra ye ho saa na ye ho mete. Now we need to have tiers and benefits. I see a chichem. It's a card no me to way. Me ntime ne mesania masika nya peda. Market ya ni nuama de nya pe. Ene se market ya ni nuama de be pempo a mesika me wo no. Ha? Ntime ne despite or your private business person sika enya pe. Eti yen chichem number 1 tier 1 diamond. Diamond no ye obi ono afi se owo sika pa. Ma service sika na gu ho bebre mi ni wade amemfanye ba me da han dan. Sa card no so no ye ma sa nipa ne kwan. Na on transfer just 200,000 Ghana cedis onto his card. Now the 200,000 Ghana cedis no ebia entimi see 4-bedroom house. But now watch this. Ebia 500,000 and e betimi see 5-bedroom house no. But me 200,000 about transfer come a card so. Saf 300,000 na card. The question is, how do I pay? Now watch this. It says I buy a subsidize building materials. Na me the card and the air treat no. And no bet me what me the 200,000 Ghana cedis na see. Me the 200,000 Ghana cedis na see yeah. Afei you pay and own. Pay and own. Enti instead say na ko han JB dan amfie mienu bia JB baba be gina me konso say oje advance no. What I have to do is that money goes to the Ghana Revenue Authority. Because already the many are buying the only sada. Mimi 200,000 Ghana cedis room and I buy so 300,000 Ghana cedis room. Enti musume tsunami kotua dan ka I am paying to own and the JB mekan say me tua na mafa. Enti me kotua e o me amsdem me kotua e o mami dem 300,000 Ghana cedis in the so yana it is locked. Me tua wie I have my house. And here diamond. Then you have the platinum. Platinum funding they can pay 200,000 Ghana cedis. Or a teacher ni, or a nurse, or take kurase, or your youth employment, or your Zoom line or Papa Kwem. Such people, we bring them. One crime in Ru platinum funnel. Hey, you been to say JB Doma, but so JB na ketu about 3,000. Ha? JB only a platinum for the smart housing packages and auto delivery. No. And JB back contribute to 175,000 Ghana cedis. That will be 45% of the total SNET. Sika wa contributing in depending on the number of years at JB I contributed to SNET. Near the JB Sika Namano, no DSC. Ebi a Dina JB peso sido 400,000. Meanwhile, the contribution is 45% Namana 175,000 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, JB here 400,000. Not DSC Dino. JB will go into what I call the smart housing packages and auto delivery. And the JB Syria. Sikana akana eseso otua no e ya buy and I subsidize building materials no it is Sikana besa ko Ghana Revenue Authority otua na ekọ so it's the same pay and own na ya ba gold for no will pay just 500,000 Ghana cedis 40% of the total slate awetua and then here premium building material combos me do 2 mirika me catch us me do be 2 mirika me we are forward this document I did it. There they are Ministry of Works and Housing. Who say Yansa will not be used to it's over to them. Then you come to bauxite. The entire year diamond, platinum, gold, the bauxite and say, "Hey, your minerals are your Ghana hadada. You say Ghana your gold, your diamond, your bauxite, your lithium, your then they said about your becani patrim. Into one amount to tell me a bauxite member. Bauxite members limit 125,000 Ghana cedis. And yes, our time second day ako. Was Senate contribution no and on a bema. Say, Obi a koye adwuma, wo be pray wo Senate. What we can say, what Quaquanam, a Captain Smart Company Limited, in Pia Senate now to ho. Unya baby na.
Hello.
It's a Bema company, Bia, the Baby Sobe Senate. A fair necessity for the national security. MHC company say Muntia because where can I will fight you when Tia or report or reporter, Yabecho, because of us will say any paradache, Wabra Wabakokra. Adia, a year was assassin soon say Wabakokra. Near Teteo. Say, I bet you whoop, but you fear to me. But me didn't be a siada. But sir, me did 75 years. Me did 80 years. Now, me feel like Pam me anajo. Me here, me made the 85. Me here the 79.
Hello.
Me feel like 2 years. Your friend, man, network in so talk. Until you ma 85-year-old man, 79-year-old woman. Pacho ehino meda. En kwakura bomo ho. Se nyame anya wadom no anya baabi amfa wuti anto a.
Hello.
Obewu nkwase wo, ebesi wo nkwase. Ye fiwa na about the lithium. Lithium for no between 100,000, just 30% of your Senate contribution. And no is for foundation grade materials and mobile home base. A second, you to develop a friend mobile home. But I don't know what means to but foundation base no 100,000. Obi what task I say we're two foundation in what to Samas foundation I say. But say Abia blocks are what chegu hono. Sankonya sikato iron rods a starter bars no. Eto cement and in so etua work sikam yegu a foundation Abia ko betime sidan manedu lentil. But the sense onya sikato iron rods any foundation into no a dynaka. Now longer to Fakwa Jasas. Now watch this. We have talked about lands. Mebwana, you real lands and that, so you know how your land will be protected. So lithium for no 100,000. Then you come to the silver people. Silver for me 75,000 Ghana cedis. 75,000 Ghana cedis. Me pacho unko trend boom. I was snit. 75,000 Ghana cedis no. I was snit contribution no. Ya YB because they say I am meeting. You started to am snit. 2002 from Otech. In fact, so many face snit. Me to in fact so many. Straight Debia from Adam, Umatia, Otech, Yetia, Fox, Yetia, Angel, Yetia, Yetia, Media General, quite Umutia, boom, Yetia, Sikanda Honam Tihe. It's a baby sick at the Senate in the heading. And for swap and pan, I mean, was little, Aje, Meba Kokra. Say, Yami and Yawa do know before. When you know my brown bread, as almost I call Muslim and Yasam Kitwa. But if I have the Ghana housing card, I am wielding that card, I should be able to access certain percentage of my money to build a decent home for myself. You feel silver for the one, about timber for the so 60,000, 20%. Well, no, what to be the foundation we iron rods this is him. Then or starter blocks and iron rods. Sani pano on pa brosan kakra kabia or 4 bedrooms be enya brosan na what them. Eti timber for no. You give them 20% of almost nets. What do they use that money for? 20% no. Or they be on the 2 starter blocks no. No they 2 iron rods so this is him fin. You good concrete no. But once I no edu lentil. Now what approach it? No, I didn't see the kakraka or by roofing. No, on an econo. Then you come to the water group. 150,000, 15% to pay. Housing based kits with borehole integration. You will never be as I see away on. Why not you say, oh, what that? So in Sankophony. We are a day or so no on to me Shaba because the papa and no. Ne mami anhwe no to no ni adaje e ne hweba sankrofo no ohia baby kese bi obeda why na you say onwo ene ye wo so ma peba saa ba no wanya bi wadi 50 ontime wo doctor ka che say why abortion am awode no ye yi ato atwene to wuwu a enye yie sankrofo no nso no saya na wo mte abusuafi a ye tatete won Meanwhile, or a banker or Tebusafie, on yenti, ne ye hano. Nipano or a nurse, on yenti, ye hano. Or ye be or ye, Jumafrobi, on yenti, ye teteno. Sankrofon, I formed the housing based kits with borehole integration. Then or up a 2-bedroom house of it. Onya bema bia, wa between kakranoko. Onyo babia, no a trido, no banoko. 2 bedrooms no pe. And then a friend, chairman hall self-contained. Such chairman hall self-contained for now, we are water for no. They need only 50,000 Ghana cedis. They built, or we are not in the borehole. That's why I added the borehole. Housing kits with borehole integration. Now why I can hold. Now ABR 200,000 Ghana cedis now akano. We did 45. Obi anka so be wuntem. Oba retire at age 60 or 65. Aka 15 years. Who told you they can pay? Ye 2 senate no. Na otina ketua so kitiwe bi na odene set no senate no so awoto no no so atua. Then you come to the disabled tier. Ye nuanom a sebe disabled ni twi na ya na wo kan na ha me. Won wadi dem ewa abrabom. Sa won a edi dem ewa abrabom no. Se oye aban dwuma ana oye adwuma abosom so ye tua ne senator. Ese se ono esanse wadi dem. Na ontimi nya adwuma kitikiti se Captain Smart. If you at a war, any JB intino. A buying pill on pill. Obi or ye disabled be or ya buy sudi. It's an abroches who walk when all ye disabled are buying 12 coming
shows.
Sani pan or ye disabled no why I just say on jina kwan ho and stress the sika. Na or ye juma or jeje roto aye gu no or jeje roto. A buying na employ no, a buying tria the Senate. Sankrofo no esese sa 2 bedrooms na yesi ama wo no apart from the senate no esese abai contribute 50%. Sa 50% must come from me, Captain Smart. It must come from JB. It must come from Antibi. It should come from Antiama. It should come from McAfee. Because who call my be one wa taban so no and was swaneama. Ye ya taban so no yentimi swaneama imudru. Eti eyenkete peace. Then you come to the limitless. Limitless for no, antibi no. This a new manum, and tarunum, God remove one no musika. It is a sika force. Any companies I can see no, my categorize of corporate or donor backed home solutions. It is a media general, episode Usidai, Waji Asase. And when I encourage companies, I'm a companies, etimi agents say. It will say, oh, your media general village. Media general village, you know. Media general tons say, maybe 200 acres, 400 acres. So we are worker. Media general say, every month, Biano, men need some money in you ready. No sikanankum. Brown Huase, Jeromuya Juma, revenue, no audience share, as a September, a costro. Revenue ni audience share ne kosoro no so na wo comporte wo ho na wo di mbra ne hyehyɛ a wo company ne so ti company ne gi asase na ebia Captain Smart wo person so me hwɛ me bosu market a me metu agi plot no 4 Peter wo hwɛ bosu market a betu agi say magi 2 JB betu agi say 1 na ye de eno e de amount enya aban ne ho say ye wo corporate donor backed home solutions are ebete dan han kan so na media general workers ni na ebenya dan a na aban no ate income tax na ye de ma media general no it is a media general tua income tax of 25%. Now government is saying that 25% income tax na media general wutua no esese me aban mi kosi adan e man krofo sa sika no eye kadodo mintimi nsi sa nipa no so o senate kakra wo ho wonso so boso a wo sa tua ne ka it is 25% na wutua no me aban me the 15% achawo spread the 15%. Ewo workers na wo dey asase na ma omo no Ghana housing card no so number 1 watch this JB abaya to media general income tax no so 15%. Some 15% no e come me Ghana housing card so and am senate no so media general asa etua no emu 48.9% e samba me card no so me work no me ndua bi o. Have you realized that asa we ya can ina no komo na me body ina no me bosu market ya me fa me nsankan o me slate contribution e free me so market you am so me fa me sankan it is sikana make ho asem ni na bebrebe ya makwan ni na no one e your slate na wo company no ne etua ma wo no mu 48.9%. say a corporate na abai na say reduce from 25 me the 25 year example keke na what so about 10 15 no so me asatia achegu wo Ghana housing card no so na wo de no so sidan enti wani beba ho so no me yenya the Sweden housing structure yenya Norway de ni bi yenya Canada e de ni bi ye betimi enya Czech Republic de ni bi enti wo betimi hu say oh sa area we no enye sikafo nko anete ha area we enye hiafo nko anete ha area we enye we bu nko anete asase na bia ye 3000 acres media personalities e wo 3000 nim apostle for e wo 3000 nim soldier for e wo 3000 nim so it makes security communication and friendship easier. We interrelate. The police is interrelating with presenters. The presenters, we are having relationships with bankers. The bankers are so in that community, you gated, you sit down be our manor height, you sit down be our East Legon, you sit down be yes, why I say gated community. No, gated community, no. Media General can start for 8 workers. Same land na 3,000 acres, no. Another Dr. Bonsu, also Abejibi, by 55 acres, also the amount of workers, power specialists, also 100 acres. And to when you no. Yeah, 1 year dual hospitals. They are groups by 10.
He is
smart. And to be trashing me, you are. JB, I work on a year now or Bewa, and yeah, they are fairly ambulance. Within that gated community, there are doctors, there are nurses, there are security officers, there are whatever, and we are able to protect ourselves. We are able to protect ourselves. So the limitless CSR for no. I don't know, a dying person wusino, you decide a customized. It's a Captain Smart person see French building. If you have to go a European long pillar house, I don't know what I will see because we must market you and wash and that's a car. But let me tell you this: a home deferred is not just a debt unpaid; it is a dream deferred. Say nipa epe baby di theater. No when your baby and funny tianto answer die papa. But I see the issue of the bass as no. What
morning shows. He is
Obi o wa na bra boss say sabi enye so ye kwasiam pani when your baby anna. Enye obi ada be to say despite obekuta konku aton cassette. No wait be radio ni TV station. Because ebi a me manda me ti be ya me ya Dr. Bonsu wanda ni ti nya ya me ti ya me me den na medwin ami Bonsu ni ti nya ya enti wada dua bi ase ebi ami Bonsu yetete ne kurase enso otokura na ode bode ha ba ye gina na pampam enso ne bono so no gina mu na kwa me yetete na dumfa na ma me afuom e wa beka okokodo enso otokura na yese egbedua ba yere ti do eti enso oto a emfa ne ho me ebia yetete me okumase nhia so abrabo bi na ye de ama me e na maba bekam e won kran metemadina enso oto ana me pema bi di metiafa eti obi o wa wanya ba bia amfa de ti anto a ebusua yi ontime ndwen SSA Ghana housing card portal no is a state of the art digital backbone delivery. 1 card registration and secure payment system. SSA yema won wa wote
he is smart.
God in my dear friend say, one boy internet cyber security. We need to have a proper cyber security thing to attach to it. You try me see kind of to card and that's why. JB can't try me say, oh yeah, computer engineering. What you see before so we got to do that, and the registration must be free. You need to have a verified network and secure payment system. And again, a verified network of licensed vendors and suppliers. Eti obi antimi sorry man who say to building materials. Why nya wo de yen to? Eti abai to niam mu a ye behu abai te niam so a wutu mutan wo be so because the Ghana for be 5 million and a housing portal no so na sa wo ton building materials na woni so a ye te niam so na wo to wo die mu aye nto e tell me ma say dollar kofom petrol kofom now there was a maintain niam so sa de we mu no me ye Ghana president a ba me che wa de be me introduce me ma wu ba me introduce the National Price Control Board. America for will be FBI, but you don't know.
He is smart.
It's Ghana must introduce the National Price Control Board. And no Rollins now person you the kwesibo twe. Eh finance minister kwesibo twe kind budget no abebo bo milk no boy say, Milo ye say, bode ye say, ebro ye say. Eh National Price Control Board. It's the National Price Control Board no. Opposition bet me asori aka say you will free market economy. Yate ase. Yari wudi asem. Your free market economy.
He is
it's there between their campaign etia buying. And before I thought that we know the price of everything as black people, but we don't know the value of that thing. It will be called hospital. Now I'm able to charge no say, hey, I mean go to them yana wo bomb bo kakraka ni refi say nko to dweno say say na yade na ko the value this over to America akwa fa niama efisehwi ababe ton. We know the price, we don't know the value. It's about the sir, we incorporate everybody. Abai say iron rods bono dollar na conform by 10%. Into iron rods bono reduced by 10%. Who needs support always will be anton niama. Wow, automatically. So building progress dashboards, photos, receipt, GPS verified stages. Say the idea yede kwen ye ho okrum ha yede kwen na jebi afa say say na yesi ba me na or ba so na wo na no GPS address. What kind of rubbish is this? Da etinya afa na ban kwa akopere asase na wo kwa akoje no eye land da ho kakaka media general akoje bi na Dr. Mimbo nso akoje bi power specialist so akoje bi no asase no our GPS address ne dada land area PH1F12378 Captain Smart there automatically you are part of that enclave. It is there. Say Shishao near where the bonnet near Pawachiwa, we know where you are living. We quickly come there and arrest you. Contractor rating tools, project templates, and DIY tutorials. I'll come to explain the DIY tutorials. No, I can't give you all the details now because I have just 6 minutes to finish. Contractor rating tools. Contractor be sit down with Chrome Hand Buegu. Kepco say I'm no say. Me, I didn't know. My producer just told me. Say Kepco could die abu. Why? Somebody calling himself a contractor built that house. And I'm what? But the man say, answer na we a contractor, you this contract ni be mama be sit dynamic Captain Smart ni JB no. We need to have your progress or your rating tool. They say would you sit down embu. Eti ebema contractors no e sit down ma won wa broche kura na won wa broche no obeda. Because obi o hot ya broche ni sit down ma no Ghana ha. Baby asase ya de cement 10 bags here no mo de 3 bags aye. O abroche ye flow ye twa pictures man na no so de age okwayi abroche fom kwayi anadwo. Okwayi anadwo na de ne dan Ghana church so to ye ase. Meanwhile, I 10 bags of cement necessary. You the 3 bags na ye. But if contractors na work money now, you regularize you more certificate. It is contractor who consider in a bugu pepepa. Your rating tools fall down bagram automatically. Etewo ya ma odai won si. Again, nipa na wo si ni dai ma ni bu ye no, you are arrested and prosecuted. About contractor be abegina ye. Then crowdsource lending, saving groups and peer funding. This is what I call the peer funding. That is what I call the peer funding. Say you know a Ghana housing card now. We can join your strength. Maybe I made 50,000. JB 50,000, Nana Kwame 50,000, Gordon 50,000, you see Sidamagi, you were 200,000. Then you quickly upgrade us to the diamond tier. You do 200,000. Then that money, a contractor, ebetimiaba, na wababe jisasikano, na fe wetimi abwaye, na yesidano. Then I have the 24/7 support hotlines, live chat and compliance reporting. As I say, officer, sir, officer, no, Obiana. Already, John Mahama introduced you 24-hour economy. So watch this. I have built this into the 24-hour economy. It is sir, baby, you course na konu. Obiana order. A 24/7 support lines, live chats, and compliance reporting. Enti ebia ohinibiti baby on the dama banitrim. Or say asasana yajina yesi dan was no. Chichina techi a ojama na ofase. And adwena omu si dan no. A support hotline support no. A 24/7. You quickly call. There's a national security police service, Ghana Armed Forces ready on standby. As soon as you call, they come there. They wipe those rubbish out of the space. You continue to build. Live chats. Ebia na upesa we video caller. They should not decline your video call. So you call video, they see where you are, what you are doing, the kind of support you need. Because they say, I'm not saying, Ebia Ghana need to America. Or person sit down in Ghana. Meboa. Everybody Ghana 8 o'clock. Now what take 6 hours? Every 8 in the morning. Now America about 2 p.m. And I'm you cannot stop that Ghanaian not say America now. Oh, sit down in Ghana and say, "Mo nye video call." Ebia na wa connection in your JB. I was so or didn't die now. Oh, sino baby edro and then she share one holiday channel. So that is why it got to run 24/7, 24-hour economy. And then we have the compliance reporting. Compliance reporting. They say, "Chrome how be to be sit down by heart. It is wrong." Yes, come on, Akaswa. Obiabo. Or your extension, I want to shop anymore. And traffic light, no. Wafaka home. But if we have this structure and there were a compliance reporter, nobody can do that. Listen to me. Technology is the scaffolding on which the home of the future is built. We cannot just get up and do anything. Eligible materials are ever see this category: cement, area, blocks, concrete. Which blocks to crowd which blocks now you already on the platform. Into which blocks now photo, there be another business. It's in conformity maybe a small factories are blocks, then roofing, corrugated sheets and wood and nails and tiles and whatever. So we need a proper comprehensive housing policy.
You have just 1 minute remaining.
A comprehensive housing policy. Relaxed to build. Say yes, sir. A day be a problem, sir. And by the time we say Jack, we are all dead and gone. The GH card policy is not. It's an act of national reclamation. Homes redefined not by wealth but by will. It is not because you have money. It's all to be a every Ghanaian, be they artisans, entrepreneurs, farmers, will one day wake up under a roof they had hand in building. This is our covenant with dignity. A home is the first vote for who you are. Let every Ghanaian cast that vote. Let me cast my vote on my Ghana housing card so I can have a home. With one card, we build one home. With each home, we build one Ghana. The Ghana housing card is more than a housing program. It is a national reclamation project, a moral renaissance in which the dream of home ownership is no longer a distant fantasy reserved for the privileged few, but a democratic right accessible to every Ghanaian, not by the depth of their pockets, but by the strength of their will. So just have the will that you want to build, and you can have a home. This policy is the architecture of possibility, a scaffold of equity, empowerment, and economic transformation. It declares the dignity. That dignity does not wear a title deed. It wears resolve. That a market woman in Wa, a mason in Kofodia, a young graduate in Tamale is as entitled to shelter as the salaried elite in East Legon. A nation cannot be called sovereign if her people sleep without roofs and dream without walls. The GH card is vote of confidence in every ordinary Ghanaian, a tool that empowers every citizen to become a builder in their own future. I call it GH card because it was GH boy who who said that yenye rent. So I decided that I would have to name this card after GH boy. That's why I call it the GH card.